Hello and welcome to Kyoto, one of my favorite cities in all of Japan. As you can see, we have some inspiration behind the gold and silver games here. I'm going to be checking out as many card shops as I can today in Kyoto, just like we did on the first day in Osaka. I'm super excited to see what they have. I'm not sure what they'll have. They have way less card shops than in Osaka, but who knows? Maybe there'll be some hidden gems for us. There are so many tourists here. Like, there used to be quite a few tourists. It's crazy how many tourists there are here. I understand that the yen is not doing well, and so all of these other countries are like, let's go to Japan because we have more money. But it is wild how many tourists there are here. I went to my favorite little ramen shop, which I'll show you later, and it was all tourists. It was all tourists. There was no tourists in it before. And I know I'm a part of the problem, but I'm like, wow, this is crazy. All right, let's go find some card shops.
Shout out to this hilarious lady that I didn't notice until I was editing. Welcome to Kyoto!
Today we're starting off on the south side of Kyoto Station and working our way up towards Nakagyo, which is where Nishiki Market and all the other main areas you've seen in Kyoto are. A lot of them are up there. That will be where most of the card shops are. But I had to come down here. There's a card shop near here, and we have to start the day out with what else? Book Off. Did you guess Book Off? Of course, we have to start out with Book Off.
So as I mentioned, this is on the south side of Kyoto. A lot of the main things that you're going to be seeing in Kyoto are on the north and western side of the city, but this is on the south side. It's a little book off. It is worth going to, I think. There was some very cool stuff in the cabinets, and their bulk bins actually had some really neat vintage cards, which I'm about to show you in a moment. So take a look at these.
Looks like they have a little bit of vintage here. Look at that. All right, I got to take a look through this bulk. There's lots more bulk, but this doesn't look like there's very much. So they do have a couple of really cool VS cards. So this was a set that was only released in Japan, and it's got the like scanning border and then the VS in the corner. None of them are in fantastic condition. Like, these trainers are okay, and then this one clearly has some like extra ink on it or something, you know, not an actual error, but just bad. Oh, look, there's a whole bend right there. Anyway, probably not gonna pick those up, but it is super cool seeing those in bulk bins. Other than that, nothing really else in here. So we're gonna move on to the next store. Up next is Hobby Station, which is just in Aeon Mall, south of Kyoto Station. I just said station twice. Not sure what the prices are going to be like here. This floor is amazing. This floor has like all the games, all the activities, all the little machines. So let's see if we can find it, and let's see if there's any deals.
This mall is really cool. It's directly south of Kyoto Station, like literally across the street.
There we go, Hobby Station. It looks so good from out here. Now let's see, will the prices be just as good? Oof, this is a good indicator right away. So this card is the chase card of the newest set, and it's been sitting at about $290. So they have it for $350. Gives me a bit of an idea of what the store is going to be like. Same thing with this Latias, $150. It's been sitting at about 100 in other shops. So that's the thing you have to look for when you come to these shops. Figure out the price of like the most modern, newest thing, and it'll give you an average of what everything else is going to be like. Now, of course, you can find deals, but sometimes it's just not. That's a super, super cool Eevee, but with the yellow price tag, it means it's probably damaged or not in perfect condition. Yeah, here we go. You want to see the real prices? So this one, $6,000, $60. I've been seeing that one for like $24 in places. Same thing with this. This is the 3-pack. I picked up 3 or 4 of these for about 700 yen. So $25 here, $7 in the other place. That is crazy. Ooh, look at this. I was just talking about Pokemon VS and how it's a unique Japanese set, and that's the Charizard from it. That is super cool. All right, I ended up finding some really cool stuff in the bulk bins here, even though the case cards were super expensive. So I've got a Vending Series Rattata, which is just phenomenal. A Vending Series Lickitung, which again, so good, and it's in great condition, like really good condition for 100 yen. I got this for our 251 challenge. I found this Totodile. I'm so thrilled. I hadn't seen this in so long and I'd forgotten about it. And I was like, oh right, perfect. I can add that to the Totodile binder. And then a couple things that I would like to grade. So I've got two 25th anniversary Rayquaza. I can't find anything wrong with them, even though they have a yellow sticker. So I'll take them home and check them under the lights. But yeah, that should be good. And then we've got this Arceus Palkia Dialga card, but it's a promo card. It's a promo from when they launched. So that's super cool, really like that. And then the last thing that caught my eye was this Drifloon. And I don't know if you could see it, but it's another error. So there's where the hollow is supposed to be, and it's off. So you can see it on that side of the face, and then you can see it here. And so it is a texture shift is what it's called. So we've got a texture shift there, and I've picked up a few of these on my trip. So that's pretty cool. Great finds.
Some amazing finds at that shop. Up next, I went over to the Higashi Hongan-ji temple and took a little walk around on our way to the next shop. Our next shop was Girafull. Girafull is one of those shops we've been to before. I think we went to one in Osaka and maybe in Nagoya.
Onwards and upwards to our next shop, Girafull. Look at all this play area. Wow, they must host big tournaments. So there's the card shop side of it, but he told me it's not open for another 10 minutes, so I could sit down at the table here and wait until 12 o'clock.
So I've mentioned it before and I will mention it again. A lot of card shops in Japan don't open until noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, because they have a lot of people come in and play in the evenings. I'm very grateful that I stayed around for Girafull. Get it? Okay. This shop was absolutely loaded with bangers, both full art cards, modern, vintage, and graded cards, as you're about to see. They had some of the heaviest hitters from the modern eras. They had the Lovebirds, Latias, and Latios there. They have Rayquaza alt arts. They have Tag Team alt arts. They've got the Clefairy and Lily cards. They have the promo Pikachu cards. Everything that you want. This is a great shop to check out in Kyoto. I found the prices to be fairly reasonable, and they had a decent selection of graded cards as well. And the graded cards, there was one in particular that I kind of wish I'd picked up when I was there, but you're about to see it, and ooh, it would have been a nice purchase, but it was a lot. So we've got all these vintage cards. So they had an entire modern cabinet and then an entire vintage cabinet, and they were sorted really nicely. Some shops, they're all mixed in between. This one, it was nice. You could see all the Pokemon up top. They were sorted by type. Some of them were sorted by set, and then you get all the trainer cards and other cards. Here I started to find Feraligators, and that's one of the things I'm looking for when I'm traveling to Japan, is Totodiles, Crocodiles, and Feraligators. But here, look at this.
Oh my god, I want this so badly. This is the E-card promo for Alligator. It's a 10, that's incredible. What a cool card. And look at that, the Typhlosion's beside it. Wow.
Shout out to the newly announced Pokemon ZA. I'm so excited for Totodile and for Alligator to be back. I can't wait to see what typing it is.
So that shop was really cool right there. They had a whole case full of vintage cards, and then they had about 4 other cases of modern cards. The prices were decent, they weren't bad, but their Kyoto prices, from what I'm seeing, is they are quite a bit higher than anywhere else if you go a little bit rural. So we're going to move on from that one, go see if we can find anything else. There's like 4 more card shops up towards the area I'm staying, and there's another book off or 2. So we're gonna go up there now.
Just like in other videos, I like to walk. I'm trying to save as much money as possible, even though they have a really wonderful transportation system, and I take advantage of that. If I'm able to walk from place to place, I'm gonna do that and save a few bucks for cards. This card shop was really lovely. This is a card shop that was right in a mall in the main area of Kyoto, one of the busiest areas. They had all of these wonderful cards that you're seeing now. They had some very, very high-end expensive cards. But the thing they also had was a lot of just regular nice cards. I would highly recommend this one for families. So people who are going to the main areas of Kyoto that don't want to spend a whole lot of time at a card shop, this one's nice and easy. It's a couple floors up in the mall, and the name was at the front. If you go back like 30 seconds, that was the name. It was called like Tray something, and it was wonderful. Now we headed into the main area towards Yellow Submarine, where I found a whole bunch of other really lovely cards. Yellow Submarine is a chain across Japan, so if you ever see that, go in. It's a hobby shop. They usually have Pokemon cards. They sell boxes, they sell singles, and quite often they're pretty good prices when I've gone to Yellow Submarine. I forgot that my microphone wasn't on, so I found another Girafull. So let's go in. This one had so many Pikachu plushies and a whole cabinet filled with some of the coolest vintage cards. But this was in the heart of Kyoto. This was in the area right by the market, right by the famous markets, and so the prices were very, very high. Now, to be able to function as a business in that area, it's probably very expensive. So I understand some of the prices are going to be a bit higher. If you're just there for a day and you want to pick up something super expensive, sure, go to this Girafull right in the middle of Kyoto. But just know you are going to be paying more, but look at the selection here. Look at these incredible cards. Not only did they have these, but they had plushies as well. And they had a Totodile plushie that I had never seen before. So right as I spotted it, I had to grab it. I grabbed this little Totodile plushie with the little berry, bought it, and made my way back outside, and I realized I didn't have my microphone on. So that was a great realization.
And I just realized my mic's been off for the last like 5 videos, so hopefully I've voiced over those really well. So this card shop had so much vintage stuff, so much vintage. If I wanted to spend thousands of dollars, I could have so easily on just a couple cards. I didn't, thank goodness, but I did pick up this absolutely incredible little Totodile I've ever seen. Look, he's smiling. He's smiling and he's got a little berry. That's what I was saying in the video, but probably didn't see that. But yeah, this is a pretty neat shop, but very pricey, very high-end cards. Yeah, wow, very cool. And then literally just around the corner is this. This must be a new shop. I have never been to this one before, and I've been to this convenience store a whole bunch of times, so must be a brand new shop. It looks very fancy. Quite a mix of cards. Definitely lends the idea that it is new. It's just an assortment of random cards. There's no real logic to it. There's, yes, Pikachus, Charizards, whatever, but the ages are all over the place.
So this shop was right by Nishiki Market, which is the famous markets in Kyoto. It's a lovely area to walk along. Everything's going to be very expensive along there because it is a huge tourist draw. This was a really cool shop. I think that this was probably just somebody's collection, somebody who had been collecting in the hobby for a long time that wanted to make a store, and this is what they set up. That's my guess. I have no idea, but they had some really cool things, including graded cards. But man, I want that Neo pack with the Totodile. I should have bought it. Look at these Lugia.
This is the second shop I've been to that's entirely Pokemon related. I picked up 2 Misty's Tears, which is the banned card in English. So they're not in perfect condition, but for the price that they were at, I'm happy to pick up some banned cards. Now we're gonna head up north a little bit further. There's a couple other shops I wanna check out. Let's go. Onwards to our next shop. Amenity Dream. This place has the weirdest prices so far. 204 yen. 51 yen, 89 yen, 79, 79. Like, I don't understand. It's not even that the tax adds up to something that's like a rounded number. It's 966, 306.
I picked up some singles from this store and then bought probably the biggest purchase of the trip so far.
That was by far the biggest purchase I have made yet. We got 10 booster boxes and some singles that were at a good price. So that is wild. That's going to fill up my bag quite a bit, but we're going to be ready for ripping ships. Amenity Dream coming through with the best prices on booster box we've seen yet. So I'm heading over to one more shop before I head back to the place I'm staying to unload everything. This box is very heavy. There's 10 booster boxes in it. So let's go one final place that's close by. You'll never guess what it is.
I crossed the beautiful river that runs through Kyoto to a store that I'm sure you all know.
Did you guess? Did you?
Well, did you? I don't know what voice this is. I don't know what voice I'm doing. I don't know why I did that. Welcome to Book Off. Now, this one, oh my gosh, look at these vintage cards.
I think I just hit the jackpot. These are all the vending series cards. I do have quite a few of these, but I'm gonna pick up the ones I need for 440 yen. That's some of the best prices I've seen other than like damaged ones. So let's see what I need, and I'm going to be completing some of the set, hopefully. This book off had the absolute hookup with vending series cards. I picked up probably 15 cards. Those are so good. A whole bunch more completed for my sets, and what a great day in Kyoto. I love Kyoto. It's so wonderful.
I will be doing a full Pokemon Center Kyoto video in the future, so make sure you are liked and subscribed to the channel. I then found my way to a sushi spot where they make the sushi by hand directly in front of you. You get to pick it up right off the counter, dip it in your soy sauce, and enjoy extremely fresh and good sushi. I love myself some sushi, so this was really wonderful. If you enjoyed seeing all the card shops today in the video, let me know down in the comments which card shop you enjoyed the most. We went to a lot, and just like Osaka, it was a wonderful day, so thank you for being here.
Thanks for coming along on this Kyoto adventure with me. I hope you enjoyed going to all the card shops and book-offs. I really enjoyed all of them. This is the biggest purchase day I've had yet. I am getting closer to the end of my trip, so I think in my mind I go, if I see something that's a decent deal, I just need to get it. And you saw that today. Some of those booster boxes were the best prices I've seen in a while. Just have to get them. Just got to start doing it. I've only got another week here. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, there's a full Japan playlist right here. And if you want to see any other videos like this, here is the Osaka one from last week. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. This book off had the absolute hookup with the, did that rhyme?